It's that time of year again, and as the temperatures rise, so does the risk of wildfires. Peoria Fire Medical has a group of trained wildland specialists trained to fight these kinds of fires, and today we're learning more about the team. Captain Doug Corey is with me today. We're talking wildland fires because we are approaching that season. When you think of wildland fires, I think a lot of us think out of state, up north, in the forest, but the desert areas are really susceptible to fires, which then increase the risk for residents and their homes, just even in our city. Isn't that right?
Absolutely. We do have that kind of rural area outside the city with grass and brush and a little bit of homes here and there. But if you look throughout the center of city, you drive up 83rd, you drive up the 101, we've got river bottoms, washes, all these really heavy vegetated areas within the middle of the city that could potentially something start that are right up against homes and structures and bridges and things like that. And I think a lot of that potential was on display in California this year. We have that whole recipe here with winds and things like that. And that potential is very real in the center of city, not just outside in the outskirts.
Residents in those areas, though, can be proactive, especially leading into a new wildland fire season. And that is, you always talk about removing some of those things that could potentially be hazardous.
Yeah, we call it defensible space in that wildland verbiage. In the outskirts, it's 100 feet. They have a couple, levels of how far to move things around, but nothing up against your house. Keep that stuff trimmed back so that the fire can't extend into your house if something does get established in those areas.
Brush fires, we see them a lot, especially come the summer travel season as we're driving up and down highways. But brush fires can be hard to get to, especially for you all. However, that's what you train for, and you also have specialized equipment that will help in attacking those fires when they are hard to get to.
Absolutely. We have great equipment, we have great people, we're highly trained. If there are fires, such in West Wing where we're at now, you can't get on the top of a mountain or something like that. So we have four-wheel drive vehicles, we have brush trucks, we have heavier duty trucks that carry more water. We have the tanker truck that's behind us to our right that'll bring water to these rural areas that don't have a water supply. We also have state resources that we could bring in. We have air support. There's a lot of resources out there for us to do our job here in the city. Most importantly being our wildland team members and our personnel that are trained in how to handle those emergencies.
I'm glad you mentioned that because Peoria Fire Medical, obviously you're all firefighters, but there's also many of you that are specifically trained for wildland firefighting. You are specialists in that area, which then is often those teams are utilized to go and fight outside of the city, across the state, and even across the nation when something big breaks out. How does that work?
We're actually very lucky here in the Valley because a lot of our structure fire departments are trained in wildland, that wildland arena, because of our wildland urban interface that we have. We also have a team that has some guys that have certain certifications, they've got training, and they can go out across the country and fill certain roles and help other communities. Being able to do that, we can bring that information and that training back to the city and be better prepared to handle emergencies here. So we have a good contract with the state of Arizona. Once our fire season dies down in Arizona and our state doesn't need us as a backup resource, then other states can order us out, which is amazing for us to get that experience that we wouldn't normally get inside the city. And they reimburse city for manpower and our equipment and stuff like that. So it's a good cost savings, and the experience is invaluable for our members.
Well, thank you as always for everything you all do. I know you guys are constantly training, always bettering your skills, and always ready. And everyone in the city appreciates what you do on a daily basis. So stay safe as we approach another one of these seasons.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
As always, thanks for watching, and be on the lookout for more episodes as we focus on the issues that matter to you.